Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna be reacting to
Bank PD question by Police. BTS meets Tyler, the creator. Bullies banned from college.
School bullies can no longer go to college. High school bullies are officially fucked. If you're a student with a record of school violence, no matter how well you ace the CSAT, you can now be automatically rejected. Starting with the 2026 academic year,
because they
all
look at
4 years
your character too. They judge character too.
Yeah, well, I'm sure if you have criminal record, you know that's gonna get denied. But sometimes
No, you have to write like probably. Like you
no.
know how you could apply for a job and then they ask you if you have a criminal record, and if you say yes, then you have to explain away.
Yeah, I think some school bullying cases don't go to criminal court. But they might be documented at school level.
Wait, what?
Some school bullying cases might not go to court, like to
Oh,
court. It's not necessarily a convicted criminal.
oh,
But I think if it's documented at a school level, now they're basically saying the college is going to call up the school and ask, oh, this person.
oh yeah. I mean,
So
I
I
see.
don't have a problem with that.
No
If
problem with
anything,
that.
I think that might reduce the bullying because kind of fucks up with your future.
Yeah, and it makes you. Do you feel bad? Like, should they get like a second chance?
They
I think this is
should,
the way part of the learning
but
process
that's
to see
part,
that
yeah,
your actions have
yeah.
consequences.
The second chance is going to be you're not going to go to
Mm-hmm.
college in Korea. Might if you will choose to go to Thailand, Japan,
Mm-hmm.
China,
You're
wherever you
gonna
might.
learn,
Yeah,
but you
but
close your own
yeah,
doors.
but that door is closed. I don't have a problem with
Mm-hmm.
that.
universities in South Korea, that's 195 of them, be required to factor in disciplinary action related to school bullying across every single admissions route. Some universities are going full zero tolerance. Sogang University and Sungkyunkwan University announced that students who have received level 2 to level 9 disciplinary actions like suspension, class changes, or forced transfers will get their admission score set to 0. No exceptions, you're not going to college. And if you're thinking you can just wait it out and do a gap year or two, well, no, your life is still fucked. Any serious record, level 2 or above, will stay on your school record for up to 4 years after graduation. And to have the record deleted,
Oh, so it's not
Oh, so
over.
it's not. Yeah, I think that's fair because you can
Yeah.
still go to college, and even in Korea, you just have to get a job, work for 4 years, and
Mm-hmm.
I think that's fair. I think that's fair.
will need consent from the victim. Now, some top universities like Yonsei's Korea University, Ewha Women's University are going even further. If you've even received the lowest level punishment, level 1, which is a written apology, some departments won't even let you apply. This is a landmark moment in Korean education. Universities are sending a loud message. There is no bullying accepted. While most are celebrating
That's
this new
good.
direction in Korean education, some are concerned. Many claim that the disciplinary system itself is not always fair or biased. Furthermore, this could open up teachers to making some very difficult decisions and expose them to legal risks and reinforce the preferential treatment of well-connected families.
That's fair.
Think about it. If
Puts a lot of weight into teachers' hands because sometimes teachers don't like somebody and they might do it on purpose too. The teachers
I
can be
mean, the
petty.
point is to verify. I mean, you just can't accept that. There's gotta be some sort of investigation. They don't have all the power. They can start it off, but I'm sure there's gonna be investigation. If you caught doing a fraudulent case, you get in trouble.
this
That's
kid's
nothing to be
dad is a
afraid of.
lawyer, and you fuck this kid's life up, what are they gonna do? They're gonna sue your ass.
But then there is another concern for me. Normally, school bullies have already thrown out of college in their life. Like, no, if you go to like lower income areas where I grew up, they didn't even have college in their mind anyways, and some even wear those bullying records as a medal. They're
But
not gonna.
if you're from a lower income area, isn't everybody poor? I think it's quite ideal to think that teachers will be able to hand out these like level 2 suspensions.
Yeah.
I think they'll be even more reluctant
I think
to
this
do
is
that now.
more to protect like having someone in a power position who is have a history of abusing people, because we see like in the highest positions, like as judges, presidents, you see people who you wonder how did they get so far ahead and they have such a history of being cruel to people. It's because policies like this didn't exist to prevent such a person to rise into power, because there's a type that rise to power. There's the charismatic that people like, and then there's the charismatic that people, fear. So you want to try to create like a deterrent to prevent the wrong person attaining all this power.
Now that like you're actively blocking this kid's future. Say you're a teacher, can you like for sure say this kid doesn't deserve to go to college? And number 2, I think this is like a net negative for society.
What?
If we have these bullies, now they can't go to college.
Yeah.
They're not going to be able to find a job.
what they deserve.
I know, but what are they gonna do? They're gonna commit crimes and shit. You gotta.
Not really. They can still like not every job requires
Mm-hmm.
college. They can go. Okay. So I guess what is college in Korea, right? Because can they not go to like a vocational school to get like a trade? Because if they can't do that, then maybe that is a little problematic though. Because
I
he
think
does
people
have
are
a
just
point.
asking, need to know the details instead of making it a burden before like it actually considering the positive of these policies.
No, I get it, but like if because to me when I think of college, I think like okay, the 4 year institution, right? So you can go get a degree in like mathematics, philosophy, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can't even go get a be a welder, like a woods
I think
worker
they
or
may have
something,
different requirements.
that that is tough. Then what are you supposed to do? That is definitely a life. Like basically, that's a gateway to crime, because that's all you got left with.
I think they should have that in mind, and so there may be like an exceptions to how strict this policy is gonna apply
Hmm.
to. So I don't think that there's something to like think, oh, let's just scrap it entirely. I think this is like a good start to prevent bullying because bullying seems to be a heavy issue
It does
here
seem like
in
that,
South
yeah.
Korea.
Give some breathing room to these people.
They want to go to college and look out for their future. You got to understand the circumstances in the first place.
Last question. Do you think they should bring back corporal punishment? Would you rather have these teachers be able to beat the shit out of these kids?
I personally-
Rather than like this all like college ban bullshit.
Deep down, I agree, but socially, I know that's wrong.
I
What
don't
if you're
think
a parent
so.
and your
I
kid's a
think it's
bully? Would you
hypocritical
rather-
because you're saying no bullying, but you want to impose violence onto kids without having a conversation about rationalizing to solve our problems in a better way. I think it's hypocritical.
Rather have your kid be beaten the shit out of by a teacher or banned from college?
I guess both. Next news. This man finally showed up. Bang PD, the chairman of HYBE, stood in front of the photo line. For the first time, he actually faced the public over the scandal that has been following him and that could decide his career. Wearing a black suit, Bang PD bowed and said, "I apologize for causing concern with my matter. I will faithfully cooperate with the investigation." But beyond that, he stayed silent. Bang PD was questioned for nearly 14 hours before leaving close.
Damn.
That seems normal.
14 hours?
That seems normal. It's a big accusation. It's very thorough. When we did the reaction videos of the crimes and the tiers that they have to go over to prove that he did it, I am not shocked that it was not a 2-day event where he has to come
Right,
back
no,
to
that's
do
my
that.
point. Like, why not just do 2 days? Why one sitting 14 hours? That's
I guess so he
ridiculous.
doesn't just to switch up his answers or have planned out his answers, you know. I think this is a one and done
Damn.
type of situation.
So I come
If
at
not
8 in the
again,
morning and leave at midnight?
to me, I think that's fine.
No, not midnight, at 10, but it's crazy.
Close to midnight, and when he was out, his head was down again, refusing to answer. Now, to remind you what this case was actually about, Bang PD is accused of misleading investors in 2019 by saying that there were no plans for an IPO, and at the same time, a private fund tied to him was buying HYBE shares.
And the thing
allegedly.
is, to have such long interviews, you hold him to what he said, and you know you kind of wear him down a little bit.
Seems
So
that's
then
the point. You have to wear him
him
down.
down, so you maybe if there's a lie, it comes out. Honestly, that's the best way to do it because it's gonna be hard to keep up a lie for 14 hours. Because this is like trained people who are doing this investigation,
What are
trying to
you, a
get to the
cop?
bottom of it. I watch a lot of crime TV.
And after 2020's IPO, those shares turned into about $140 million in profit, with around $300 million allegedly flowing back to Bang PD through a secret profit-sharing deal. Under Korean law, that scale of gain can mean at least 5 years in prison or up to life if proven. And here comes Minijin. Reports published right after Bang's questioning revealed that when Bang PD recruited her in early 2019, Bang PD personally told her that there would be no IPO in plan, convincing her to take cash instead of stock options. But the IPO filings showed preparations were already underway, allegedly by late 2019, raising serious
You
doubts
should
about
see
to stand.
Congress meetings when they have to sit and question Zuckerberg about the data and what did they do with the data. They have to explain what is Meta. Like first, I feel like most of the session they didn't even get into what he actually did. The first few sessions is understanding like terms of what does it mean for him to like that the company
No.
will be sold or not be sold, not be sold, going public, not going public.
I understand like the sessions. Yes, if you split it, I don't have an issue
Oh
with that
no, it's straight
time.
session.
It's the fact that it's so long. Like
No,
if
I think it's reasonable.
if it said if he said like, oh, he was questioned for 2 days, 8 hours each, so 16 hours total,
No,
no problem.
I think 14
But
hours is
14
fair.
hours at once is what is like, wow, that
Yeah.
just seems a
It's a
lot, like
serious
very
case.
exhausting. No, I understand that it's just exhausting. But so back to this. So Min Hee Jin, she was told January 2019, and now they're saying, which we didn't know, that the filings were already underway in late 2019. So it's not 2020, mid 2020 they decided to file. They filed like basically a year out before they actually went public. So it is a little closer to Min Hee Jin's the time because she was
Yeah, 'cause
January.
it doesn't make any logical sense unless she's lying that he told her that, oh, you should go the cash
No,
options.
I'm not saying she's lying. I was just like when we were sitting here, Monday was it? I think. I said that, ain't no way he already had for sure like determined that we're going public in January 2019 when they went public in October 2020, I think. But the filings were 2019, late 2019, so let's say October 2019. So about a half year out. Changes things a little bit, changes perspective a little bit. Now, is it like
Half a year out? I don't know.
is it
I give it
a
a quarter. If you knew like in a quarter times worth, then okay, I'm suspicious. Half a year, I don't know.
half a year is that time period where things can change? So is it like an open and shut case? No, I don't think like, oh, this is like for sure, like, oh, he knew in January for sure. But I do think he has pondered about it in January though. So
No, January he was on vacation mode. Nothing gets done. On January it's like
well, he was
literally
clearly meeting with Min
silence.
Hee Jin, so he wasn't in vacation mode. He was working. That's when they had the meeting. That's when they signed the contract with us. So he was working at that time. So I think he thought about it. He was. I don't think he was definitely sure we are going public.
Still 6 months is a lot of time.
So I think this is up to interpretation for people. I think everybody's gonna have their own opinion on this.
But you think it's not a lot of time? 6 months?
To me, the 6 months is kind of like pick. Is it a lot? Is it not? I don't know. Generally speaking, I do believe businesses have plans more ahead than 6 months. Like usually you have a 3-year plan, 5-year plan. So 6 months is really like
But going public is determining on a lot of facts. Like a lot of things have to be aligned for you to consider to go public.
so let me put it this way. It's definitely not illegal for him to tell Min Hee Jin to not take the stock option. I don't think there's any crime in that. That's way too early for any of that. Like no. Now, did he know he would go public? I don't think so. 100% he didn't know. Was he considering it? Yes. I do think he was considering it, and for that
She knows that too because the option was on the table. Why would an option not be presented on the table if it's not a possibility?
private stock, not public stock.
I thought the two options was that okay, we may go public, so if you want, there's a public stock.
It's a stock, period. Now, if it goes public, that stock value goes up a lot. Because, private stock is
but
worth the same.
Did she question? Oh, are you guys going public? Can she do that?
She could. We don't know that. But she just basically had two options: cash equivalent or stock. And
So that's the reality at that present time. What he was saying was the fact.
yes, and that's why I'm saying there's nothing illegal with what he has said to her. I definitely not saying he did anything wrong there. Now, I think the conversation is just: did he know they would go public? or did he not? I think he didn't know for sure, but I do believe he has pondered the thought and may have had already starting to put things in order. And him telling her don't take stock option is kind of like, okay, I want to preserve some of the stock for myself or whoever, so I don't really want to give her stock. So which is again, I don't think that's illegal because whatever. It's not they're not going public now, but she does have a little point though. So I feel like
And that is
she feels slighted. She feels lied to.
that was her two options at that time.
She had freedom to make a choice. Yes, that is true.
That plans only began in 2020. The experts are pointing out that IPOs are not something that can be set up overnight. The process of securing auditors,
And also,
filing
if you
with
choose
regulators,
the cash option, you kind of show the hand that you're not really have invested interest to stay for a long time. That's the thing everyone keeps forgetting. I don't think she was planning to stay here, and she even said she wasn't planning to stay here first.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. But if Bang kind of told her, okay, take the cash. So I mean, what can she like? I mean, she could say no, I want the stock. Yeah, but if he nudged her that way, you know.
So was she under duress? Did
No,
she-
no,
did she
I don't.
feel
I definitely
pressured
no. I
to
don't,
be
I
a-
don't think she was under duress to make that decision. I don't think that's fair to say. Oh, he put her under duress.
So she's saying he was convincing enough to make her feel with confidence that I don't know.
That conversation didn't come up,
This
though.
conversation has to be like I need to hear this conversation for her because she probably asked some follow-up questions to understand. Okay, where is this company going?
Probably,
What's the
yeah. Yeah, I would
intentions
think so. That would be
what
common
is their
sense, yeah.
plans? So if she had if he had Bank presented her plans, saying okay, in the next year, this is our intention, then I would question, okay, what happened to that plan that you had? What made it turn completely? Was it information that happened after our meeting or information you already had prior to our meeting to this decision? I think that would be the deal breaker for me.
But that already happened. She picked a choice, so that doesn't matter. She made a choice before.
No, but if she's challenging this, I'm saying
I don't think she, honestly, I don't know what she's doing. I think she's just trying to damage his reputation. Because she's not suing him. She's not getting anything out of this. I think she's just trying
of
to damage him.
course, and yeah, of course, this is not.
Yeah.
No
I don't
doubt.
think, yeah, I don't think that
But she's
there's
trying
any-
to muddy the waters for
I think-
him
yeah,
to
I
make
think
it
so.
difficult for him
Yeah.
to continue his business.
I think so.
But what she calls out is good for other investors to know whether or not did he had this in mind prior to this meeting with her and making this decision or after like things change. Because if things change, that's okay.
preparing disclosures typically take more than a year. So, which means if Hive was already moving in late 2019, the decision to list was likely made well before Bang PD's no IPO comments. Investigators are now
Okay,
focused on
so
whether
this is
Bang
a
PD
problem.
deliberately misled insiders like Minijin and
That's a
other
problem.
But there's a lot of likely.
problem.
That's not a fact.
people and failed to disclose critical information during Hive's IPO. For some
But then
reason, I don't know,
telling
this is all
people, oh, you should do the cash option, like advising them, like let them pick.
He did let her pick, but he nudged her.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Lululemon. He seemed pretty confident.
It's a bit of a catch-22 situation where the government has both needs.
Yeah.
It wants to promote soft power. Kang Ji-hyuk is also the head of everything.
Yeah.
He's like the Walt Disney. On one hand, they don't want to like make him into a super villain because then that taints the image of the system. And I feel like it could also lead to reluctance to invest in creative
Maybe he
entertainment
was
companies.
testing them too, because there's some companies. Stephanie Sue was saying like there's some companies that the boss gives the employees two options. Do you want this, okay, $50 or the potential of a percentage based on performance, but you don't know if performance would be good or performance would be bad. So some people take the quick 50 and say, I don't know what's gonna future gonna lie, I'm just gonna take the quick 50. But then at the end of the year, when they realized performance was quite high, those who trusted the company, trusted the boss, got a much more heavy, significant bonus. So now the people who took the cash options before, they were like, that's not fair.
I mean,
forgot
yeah,
that."
there's always risk involved with taking the
Yeah,
cash options. This
yeah.
is what
But
the value can go up or can go down. That's the risk with the stock
But
option.
I do
Cash is
think-
this cash.
I think
this amount.
because in the background of their culture too, it could be maybe a test to understand how loyal you are to how much you are invested into the company. Are you gonna trust that we're gonna succeed? Are you gonna be a team player? Then
I
take the private
I
stock.
think, you know,
Maybe we go public.
considering the you brought
Invest
up the
in it.
culture, I think that is interesting. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
I think considering the culture is that the older person kind of is respected, right? They have like a position of power almost. You could say that him saying take cash is under duress because of the culture implications where she cannot disobey the elder, like the, you know, Hyung, whatever the word is. That could be argued, I think, culturally, like she was, because you know, in Korea, you can't really go against the elder, like you cannot, like you can't challenge the elder, and I am assuming he's older than her. So let's
But I just
actually
think
look it up.
I just think overall it's a test for him of loyalty too, to see who really believes in Hybe and who's just here for the quick cash. Because he knows at the end of the day his intention for the company. I think ideally, I think he always have seen it going public because he's a risk taker. I don't see why he wouldn't do a push for going public. But I think what he looks for is for others to feel the same way too. And I feel like this
Yeah,
is a
he's
step.
older. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if this was a test.
from foreign investors.
Yeah.
But then on the other hand, you got the domestic, like retail investors, like you and me, that want justice and transparency in the stock exchange.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you got two confronting.
And before you say like,
So who cares about the domestic people because they're a minority in K-pop anymore?
what?
Did someone hurt you?
No, I'm just saying.
Tyler, the creator, praises Korean chicken for 5 minutes mid-show.
And before you get uninterested, BTS is related, so stick on.
On September 14th, Tyler, the creator, performed in Korea as a stop for his Chromacopia tour. During the show,
Oh,
Tyler
wow.
hyped up the crowd not with just music, but with a fast food burger. Mid-performance, he shouted, "Do you know what I had for lunch today?"
I had mama's touch.
I was there. He raved on about Mom's Touch for about 5 minutes. Even the audience was in a chant saying Mom's Touch.
She really loves Mom's Touch.
Now, BTS's VRM and J-Hope were also in the audience. I saw.
That's
Courtney
interesting.
Jenny was there too.
Nah, I
was
want to
there.
try
He
it.
later posted on his Instagram Mom's Touch burger. After the concert, I also had Mom's Touch.
I actually had Mom's Touch today.
So it worked.
Burger.
I don't eat Mom's Touch.
I don't eat it either.
But I ate Mom's Touch
Is
that
it
day.
good?
Apparently, like people were lining up in Mom's Touch around that area after the
Really?
concert.
Wow.
But it turned into a viral ad campaign without the brand spending a cent. Even international fans of Tyler the Creator or BTSV are Googling where can I buy Mom's Touch burger. Now, I have a Delulu theory. I feel like this was an orchestrated PR stunt by Mom's Touch. And Tyler.
Possible.
Really? I feel like everybody's in on it. Maybe
Because it
BTS,
has to
who
be
knows?
really
No way.
touching for you to say give a free promo like that.
I wouldn't be surprised if he got paid for it. Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. There's some food that I would like talk on and about and not be paid to talk about it that I love so much. You know?
But I feel like this is all like planned. Mom's Touch is not your mom and pop brand. It got bought up by a private equity fund a few years back. They've been desperately trying to launch the brand into a global chain so that they can sell it
I
off.
wish they
Is it
said
public
their
information?
thoughts about it because I'm not hearing them talk about
they
Mom's
said they
Touch.
don't eat often, so I don't think they're like
I
that
don't
much
think it's
fans.
that- yeah, I don't think it's
Yeah,
that
they're trying to
seasonal.
sell it off.
This is public information.
Really? I know that there's global hype in Japan at least. I've seen.
Yeah, they've been
pictures of,
launching in
like-
like
Mom's
Southeast
Touch, yeah,
Asia,
like-
Japan.
I went to Shibuya and then there was a Mom's Touch there, and
Yeah.
Japanese people were actually limed out, and I was like, what the hell?
And what better way to appraise value and to build hype for your brand other
Ah.
than having Tyler the Creator?
I had mama's touch.
I don't know. I still doubt it. I think.
I feel like it was orchestrated.
I think the natural way of thinking would be Tyler the Creator came to Korea and he was literally just looking for some fast food, and then there was Mom's Touch over there.
It looks
The name
sassy.
was easy to remember. He just talked about it, so that's like the most plausible explanation. And Mom's Touch is pretty good. I mean,
it is. Now I'm kind of.
You can only get it, I guess, in South Korea. I don't know. Wait, no, this guy-
Us?
we're not definitely
we
paid.
paid?
I wish we got paid. Mom's Touch, can you?
I think we
sponsor
have
us?
one in
Yeah,
the
for cheap.
States,
Like
maybe.
$100 will do. No, actually, a little bit more
Yeah,
than that. but
maybe 1 more 0.
maybe one more.
In the after show, teenager who kills abusive bully.
Okay, interesting.
Wow, that's heavy stuff. Wow. Woo. Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. As always, share as much kindness as possible.